Everyone, I'm Sally Engelhardt, Grand Prix Dressage rider. Today's tip is about the transitions. With your transitions, you want to make sure that they are well set up. You want to make sure, firstly, that you've got good connection. A good connection, it will harness the power of the horse. You want to use your seat and your contact. That's where the connection comes in. Make sure that those are good. Once you've got good connection, then you check on the balance, and your balance will determine how straight the horse is. Make sure the centre of you is over the centre of the horse and that your centre of gravity is right with the horse's centre of gravity. You then want to make sure that the rhythm of the horse is good, that whatever pace he's in, he's got good rhythm and consistent tempo. You don't want him getting faster and slower before the transition. You want to, and by doing that, you'll make sure that the transition is balanced. Now that you've got those things sorted out, you want to think about the timing of the aid. You don't want to be too quick to tell the horse off. So you've asked for a transition, so you've asked for a trot out of a walk. Make sure that you give it 3 or 4 beats. And for the first one of the day, it might need 5 beats. And so 5 beats is a surprisingly long time. If the horse doesn't respond after that, then you can come with the leg, give it another 4 beats or so. If the horse doesn't respond to that, then you can give your big kick, your pony club kick, to really tell him that you're serious. But make sure that you are convincing in those times. Because if you're not, he's not going to take the initial aids any more seriously. So with the aids, with that timing, you want to make sure that your posture is doing the right thing at the right time. So for an upwards transition, you'll have a little tilt of the pelvis. Make sure that the upper body stays tall. The upper body can go forward. You don't want it crouching down. Imagine that there's a big bubble in between your body and the horse's neck. If you crouch down and lean on the bubble, it's going to bulge a little. If you're leaning on the bubble, it's going to push the horse's neck and wither down, and you don't want that. You can lean against the bubble. You can push the bubble forward with your upper body, only a little bit. And of course, if you imagine you're pushing the bubble forward, you're going to be using a lot of core. So for the upwards transition, little tilt of the pelvis, upper body goes forward just a little bit, and wait your beats. The horse should pick up the transition. When you want to make the downwards transition, you immobilise the pelvis, immobilise the back, and the core keeps the torso still. That will set the seat bones against the saddle, and the horse will feel that and make the transition. Just before you make your transitions, half halt. And then the intensity of the half halt will depend on where the horse is at. And in that moment, it might need to be quite light, it might need to be quite intense. When you are practicing your transitions, and it doesn't matter, walk to trot, trot to canter, canter to walk to walk, walk to halt, and then there's the transitions within the pace. So bigger trot steps, shorter trot steps, bigger canter, maybe you're going to do a leg yield or a shoulder in. Every time you change something about what you're doing, you're making a transition. So every one of these times, you want to give a half halt. And with your transitions, do lots. Do heaps and heaps and heaps of them. You want to be doing something about every 6 to 8 steps. And don't be afraid to count that, because it does come up really quick, and before you know it, you could have done a whole circle without actually have attempted to change anything. So lots and lots and lots. Things to avoid. You want to avoid the leg. Don't use your leg in the upwards transitions. If you find that you're using your leg, you'll need to review what you're doing. You want to make sure the horse is listening to the seat. And for those, and this is dressage, the seat will be in the saddle. For those of you who have your seat out of the saddle, the horse will listen to the balance and those little changes. So don't think that the seat don't think that the seat bones have to be connected. You have to be very good to be able to achieve that. but the horse will listen to the seat and that change of balance. You want to avoid hurried transitions. So if the horse goes faster before a transition, make sure that the horse stays with you. Similarly, if you ask for something, a really common resistance is that the horse will just run through the bridle. So if you think if that's what the horse has just done, a more intense half halt to keep the horse with you, and then attempt the transition again. And the horse should run through less, but make sure the half halt is there until the horse obediently does whatever you've asked. Similarly, avoid unbalanced transitions. Make sure, keep your centres together, and keep that forward and backwards balanced. The other thing to always think about is that you're aiming for harmony. You want that lightness, that ease. You want it to make it look easy. And when it looks easy, that it probably is smooth and harmonious. And then, of course, you're going to have a happy horse. So if you keep all of these ideas in mind, you will be able to achieve nice, crisp transitions, and you'll have set yourself up well to do whatever you want to do in your training. If you've got any questions or suggestions for today's tips, pop those in the comments below, and we'll choose one for a future today's tip. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.